and running on this one?
There's not. We actually haven't released pricing yet, so that's why we don't have it.
So is it still... I guess I'll ask that in a second.
Yep.
So I'm in the 2017 Nissan Titan Cummins single cab, which means it has a V8 diesel with 555 pound-feet of torque. And I don't know what the price is. And that's because my friend here is going to tell you why.
All right. Well, I'm Trenton Wright. I'm a product planner for the Nissan Titan. And yeah, you're right. We haven't released pricing yet for it. What I can tell you, though, is that the diesel crew cab 4x2 starts at $39,000, so it only goes down from there. Not only that, but we're also offering the XD in 2 engine choices. So you have the gas engine, which makes 390 horsepower and 394 foot-pounds of torque. But you also have this diesel engine that's the 310 horsepower, 555 foot-pounds of torque, just like you said.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a $5,000 walk-up, so the value even gets better from there.
Great.
So you can see, it's the value story for this truck.
Yeah, because I'm tired of those fancy, expensive trucks. This is nice just to get into a truck.
It's right. That's right. Yeah. This is the work grade. We're only offering single cab in the S and SV grade, which is our more basic grades that still has a lot of stuff that you would want. Leather wrap steering wheel, blind spot warning. It's still got some of that stuff. Base obviously is a little different, but base grade actually comes with power door locks, power windows, cruise control as standard. So
great.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff.
Let's take this thing for a little drive.
Let's do.
We'll take it off road. So it's tilt and telescoping.
That's correct.
Nice.
Yeah, and one of the things you'll notice right off the bat is we had our engineering teams really focus on being quiet. We wanted it to be an executive suite. Diesels by nature aren't quiet engines. You'll notice being in the cab, we can have a normal conversation at a normal noise level, whether it be off-roading or on-roading. So that's one of the things that we really wanted to focus on and make sure the customer has the executive suite to stay in.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you want to not hear this thing. It's a great sounding engine.
That's right. And when you get on it, you can hear it. But at the same time, when you don't want that noise, it's not going to be there.
Okay.
So it's the right balance. So when you get on it, you'll hear it's a kind of a strong and powerful exhaust. But at the same time, when you don't want it to be there and you want to have a normal, quiet conversation, or you want to listen to the radio and not have a whole bunch of road noise and a bunch of diesel engine noise coming in, it's not there. But one of the best things about the single cab that we actually just announced is our 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty. It's America's best truck warranty. We really stand behind this truck, and we really are focused on coming out there and saying, hey, we're a real truck brand. We're offering the 3 cab configurations. We're offering multiple engine choices, 2 frames, 4x2, 4x4, and then you have a suite of different grades. You have everything from your S base grade all the way to a Platinum Reserve crew cab. So we have the suite. We're trying to offer something for everyone.
And as an XD, it's in between 2 trucks.
That's right, it is. It's in the white space. So we're really kind of trying to stay in between the 1500 segment and the 2500 segment. And that's not only with the engine. So, we obviously are not in a horsepower and torque war. The customers that we've talked to said, hey, I don't need 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. I just need a truck that's going to do the job for me and be a little bit on the value side. So while we're not quite up there with the 2500 pricing, we're right almost in line with the 1500 segment. So that's something that our customers have really been appreciative of, and something we can offer them, a truck that does the job they want to do at the value and the price and the comfort and the noise they want.
Yeah. And this trail here, trail number 2 at this ranch, it's more like something that a typical contractor would go onto for like work on the site, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, you can imagine this customer kind of towing a backhoe or something up this, at the top of this hill where he's got to go replace a water main and he's got to dig a hole. That's kind of the work trust customer grade you're looking for.
Yeah, especially in Texas, because that's what we do here in Texas.
That's right.
We're not posing with our trucks.
No, these are real work trucks. And as you can kind of notice, you're not getting beat up by the suspension. So that's another part of the white space.
Yeah.
We're not a really stiff ride that you get from the 2500 segment. We're really in line and in between the 1500 and the 2500 segment. So the ride's not going to beat you up. It's comfortable, especially on road. You get in some of those other trucks and it beats you up the whole time you're driving.
Oh yeah, I actually find myself really comfortable in this truck on this trail right now. I've driven a lot of things on this trail, so
sure.
Just getting over all this stuff, yeah. I'm not sweating it.
And so we're actually in the SV grade right now. This is not a fully loaded SV. I did mention that we only have the S and SV grades. But this being an SV, it has a little bit different interior. It's got a little bit different cloth. But I'd like to talk about the base grade, the S grade truck, the work customer truck. it has some standard features that our customers have really been asking for. They say, hey, I don't want to have to pay for a package to get some features that are really creature comfort features that just come on the vehicle standard, such as power windows, power door locks, and cruise control. Mm-hmm. But one other thing we were talking to customers about when they were in the work field, and some really cool insight we got from them was that, hey, I don't want to take my work gloves off when I'm getting in the truck to dig around in my pocket to find some keys. So what we did was we made push button start standard.
Wow.
So you have the key in your pocket, you push the button, you're good to go. You don't have to take your work gloves off. The other thing we took about that and said, how else can we help these work grade customers? So you'll notice that the buttons on the steering wheel and the AC controls are big and knobby because you don't get that tactile strength that you do when you have gloves on. So it's just some of the things that we're thinking of when we're thinking of these work truck customers, trying to get them in this truck and have the most capable and welcoming truck for them.
So we're still in two-wheel drive. We'll see if we get if we lose to the hill here.
Yeah, there's a corner coming up here in a minute, and I would encourage you to actually leave it in two-wheel drive.
Okay.
It does have a brake limited slip differential. This does brake one wheel, the wheel that is spinning the most, and so you'll get the traction that you need out of it, and it should do the work for you. So.
Oh, cool. Pretty seamless, actually.
Yeah. No,
because I don't have to hit any special buttons to do it.
You don't. That's right. It's a part of the traction control system of the vehicle. So. Even this one having a really big rut.
This is how you do it here.
So you can hear it working.
Oh yeah.
And it brings you right around. Very cool.
Nice.
So yeah, even some of the things that you don't need a 4x4 for, or I'm sorry, you don't need to initiate four-wheel drive to get up some of these hills, and that's just one of the genius things about the traction control system that we have in this vehicle.
In a truck this size, which is incredible.
That's right.
This is one of the larger trucks I've driven on this trail today, and it's big compared to the smaller Tacoma.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it is a pretty large truck, but at the same time, we're hearing a lot of reports of, hey, it's actually pretty maneuverable around these parts. I mean, it's actually not too bad. It's a big truck, and obviously it has a big hood, and we have to make room for the diesel engine in there. That's really the reason why the truck is so large. We know our customers are wanting that Cummins diesel engine, and that's just one of the things that we had to give up, was to make the truck a little bit bigger. So not necessarily a bad thing either, because it really helps with towing stability, and that's one of the things our customers that have already purchased the XD are really ranting and raving over, saying that this is the most stable truck they've ever driven with. Trailers weighing anything, from your standard little utility trailer with an ATV on it to something that's over 12,000 pounds. So it's really good to see.
Well, what I like is the aspect that this is a commercial grade vehicle. You don't have to get one of those fancy crew cabs anymore and get all these packages you don't really need just to be able to tow something big.
That's exactly right. And this thing actually will tow almost a house. It's got 12,640 pounds of towing and 2,500 pounds of payload. So you're getting quite a bit of capacity. The gas engine that comes in this has a little bit less towing capability, but more payload. So kind of the standard go around with that one.
It feels like an air suspension the way it's just going over these bumps. I mean, this washboard really isn't. There's no rattling going on in here. It's a very solid sound.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we really focused on was NVH, so noise, vibration, and harshness. We not only made it quiet in here, but we tried to make sure that we took all the squeaks and rattles out. We did everything by adding a little bit of extra protection here and there with some foam tape, and kind of went all out with all the tricks to kind of make it quiet and not squeaky, and you don't hear too many rattles or really anything. It's just quiet in here.
Yeah, I drove the Nissan Armada up this too yesterday, and the Armada was just as much as a monster as this thing.
Yes.
It had a V8 engine though, gasoline, 5.7 liter, I think it was.
It's a 5.6 liter. They're actually shared between the two trucks. So.
They are. Okay.
Yes, same engine.
Is it the same platform as well, or is it
No,
separate?
it's different platform.
Okay. This is the most fun I've had on this trail.
Yeah, and like I said, we're still in 4x2. We haven't ever had to hit 4x4. It is a really comfortable ride. especially being in between those two segments. And this XD frame is all new for us. So we borrowed parts from our Nissan commercial vehicle line, the NV, and we used the brakes and a lot of the parts that are tried and true off of that truck. And we made this new frame for the XD, and it's different from the Titan all the way down to the lug nuts. So every bolt is different all the way down to the lug nuts.
Wow. Let's see how it rides this.
You also have a manual mode where you can just leave it in first gear and go down these hills, and it almost idles down them. So
let's see if we can do that. Just go down.
Yeah, there's a long downhill down here. So you're in second gear now, so if you go down one, you'll hit first gear.
Now, does it rev match or anything like that, or is it just it's a 6-speed?
It is a 6-speed. It's an Aisin 6-speed. It does a little bit of a rev match for you. It's not like it just slams it into gear and you feel that big jolt forward.
Everyone's hit that bush.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're in first.
And as you can kind of feel, it's kind of holding you back a little bit. And like I said, we're still in 2-wheel drive. We're not in 4 high or 4 low. So yeah.
Had to ride the brake a little bit on that one.
Oh yeah. It's pretty steep downhill.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to have such a big warranty on a truck where you're going to treat it like this.
Absolutely right. And that's what we want our customers to do. We want our customers to take them out there and, really show them what they're worth. And we know they're going to, especially things like the single cab. That's what we built this truck for. It is our work truck customer. And we know they're going to be taking them on roads like this. And during the whole engineering phase, we took them and did off-road validation and, put these things in suspension dynos and made them, do everything we thought imaginable and tried to make the best truck we really could for those customers. So a lot of engineering behind this truck, and it's showing off.
Yeah, well, plus with this diesel, putting it into first, all that torque, that engine braking is all there,
That's right.
Okay, so do we fold in the mirrors on this guy?
No, you can actually make it through it. They seem big, but they're not quite that big. The only one you have to really look out for is this one on the right, and you just keep going straight and then make it right.
Someone narked in the Mercedes on this thing.
Yeah, this one's been hit a couple of times. Just sometimes you're just talking and not paying attention, and all of a sudden, oh, there's a flag there.
This is awesome. Let's go into the water. Do you know what kind of water depth this thing can go through?
I don't know off the top of my head exactly what the measurement is, but it is good at sealing out water, obviously, for standard rain applications. But we have taken a few of them, through some pretty good streams and haven't had any water intrusion that at least I've experienced. So obviously, at some point you're going to get some water in here, but from what I've experienced and the validation we've done, I'm just a product planner, so I'm not on the engineering side. I know they have done it. I just don't know exactly how deep they've gone.
Yeah. How do you get back into auto from this?
So you'll just keep going up until you hit 6, and then after that, it'll just go into drive. There you go.
Okay. Now, I'm sure it's not a question on a lot of people's minds, but it is on mine. You can get a bone stock truck, right, with the Cummins diesel engine. Can you upgrade the stereo? Is there an option for that?
On single cab, there's not. On crew cab, there are. So you have an option to get the Rockford Fosgate audio. So yeah, it's a boom and sound system. It's 12-speaker system with a subwoofer. So
awesome.
And this sound system's not actually that bad. It actually does sound pretty good for being a bass stereo. So it's not like we really skimped out on that audio portion.
And is this air conditioning? Does it use a filter, cabin filter?
It does. It has a cabin air filter. Yes,
okay, so that's why it's not so dusty in here.
That's right.
There you go.
All right.
Hard right?
Yep, hard right. For being a big truck with 8-foot bed.
Yeah.
Pretty good turning radius.
That's great. Especially on the job site, when there's limited room when you get there.
That's right.
Damn. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Awesome. Whoops, I forgot.
It'll remind you.
Look, we got 9.4 mpgs on that.
Yeah, doing a little off-roading. It's not so great on fuel economy.
No, that was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Try that in a Mercedes V8.
You won't get that good.
No. Awesome.